Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll do the. Gary.
Well,
you ever heard of Chills?
Chills?
Yeah, or Nuke's Top 5?
No. Tell me more.
You sweet little.
It's all with Marchese and Buller. It's all with Marchese and Buller.
Welcome to Marchese and Buller, where today we're going to talk about ghost videos. Do you watch them on YouTube, on TV? Chills, Nuke's Top 5? If you just look at the two names given, you'll see numerous other channels that these guys broadcast about, because when they go on the air, they talk about them. Some are easy to debunk, some are harder. I feel these are better than the shows that are on TV, like Ghost Adventures, because you can see the realism in these videos, more so than the TV programs, pretty much. The TV programs can fake things during the recording to make the viewers believe something, especially if there's nothing happening during the show. They want to get more views and more, ratings. But you can do the same thing on the YouTube videos, but it's easier to spot, and especially if you think about it, a lot of these people are live streaming it. It becomes almost impossible to fake these videos. And if you do fake them, somebody can get the footage and they can, do research. There's programs that can tell you if these people are changing or altering the video. I just feel I like the YouTube videos much better than the TV shows. I mean, what do you think about that?
I kind of think that it's much easier these days to fake things.
Yeah.
And I kind of think you mentioned a couple of people there who do the streaming. There's one called Sir Spook a lot as well. He does top 5 this, top 5 that.
Yeah.
I just think that with the technology these days, it's very, very easy to fake something that looks quite realistic.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit more weight to ghost videos that you see from back in the 90s and 80s.
That's true. Yeah.
Difficult to fake things like that. I've been ghost hunting a couple of times, both times in asylums for some reason, abandoned asylums. I've been to an asylum in Liverpool and I've been to an asylum in Leicester. Both times there's a couple of strange-ish things. I didn't actually see anything. It makes you think that these TV programs and these YouTubers go in there and they almost always catch something, and they almost always pick up something really interesting.
Yeah.
And I can't help but think, are they just kind of faking it a little bit? And if so, how far are they faking it?
But you have to also think that the ones on the TV, they have more of a budget. They have more equipment to do so.
Yeah.
You have to look at who's doing these live streams, like if they do a whole bunch of them. And there's even a couple that I've seen on these, like Nuke's Top 5 and Chills, which are the biggest ones I know about. And there's also one called Mr. Nightmare, but he reads people's stories, like Reddit's or something. But there's this guy that's just going through caves. All he does is go through caves, and none of his videos have anything paranormal to them.
I've seen that one.
And then
It's
one of them,
yeah.
It's really creepy, because if he's not doing that, unless he said, you know what, I'm doing this for one of my horror friends or something, I really doubt it, because if you look at and he has like a lot of videos, and all of them are straightforward, just, searching caves. And there's one or two, I think, that he says, I got to get out of here because this is too much.
That's the one where he goes into this cave and he's like chains swinging.
Yeah, and then he starts hearing like whispering and stuff.
Yeah, you hear like an alarm going off or something.
That's the second one. I think he went. Yeah. He went back into another one. Yeah.
Yeah. That is creepy.
Yeah.
That's really creepy.
But they said that that's actually something that happens. Sometimes the sounds get trapped in, but I don't know. Some of these things, like, how could that so clear? It could have been another site that was doing construction or something, but the snake one, I don't know how they did that one, because you hear him like, it almost sounds like Harry Potter, where he was talking and
But is that just easy to fake? You could have to have a tape recorder next to him, just with sounds from Harry Potter.
Yeah, but why would he do one video out of hundreds of his other ones?
I don't know.
And he wants to be taken seriously, because he has like advertising. He's advertising like a flashlight or something. And he's it's a serious site or channel.
But look at it from a cynical perspective, that maybe his YouTube channel's not doing that well, and he thinks, maybe I could go viral with something a bit creepy.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe just go down and go just for one off, just to make people come to my channel and watch my other videos, you know? And
That's true too, yeah.
Maybe it's something like that, just like a bit of a sweetener, I don't know. Because there might be a logical explanation to the noises. There might be equipment down there that's still active, you know, and like legitimately active.
That's one of the and you know, there was another one where this guy, and this was in the, like you said, I think in the 80s or something, so it was like the old days. He had an old camera, and he's on the with the old, I think, Confederate soldiers or something. He's in like a field, and you see them walking out from the field, like the forest and stuff. And they're saying that people have sat down and tried to debunk it and tried, you know, experts looked at the video and they tried to see, but they can't see anything different. Even in the cemetery, there was like a kid running down, and then he jumps up into a tree and then he falls and disappears. Yes, and that one they don't know. They can't debunk that either.
No. So. The Confederate Soldiers one was pretty good, if it's one I'm thinking of. It seemed to sort of almost melt out of the trees, don't
yes.
they? Melt back into them.
That's the one. And you saw the guns and like the old artillery. And I mean, let's put it this way. When I watch some of these Ghost Adventures videos, they almost look like they're set up like a WWE kind of thing. Like, oh, something touched my back. Oh, and then everybody's like going crazy. And I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying they're fake and that what they're doing isn't real, but there may be a little incentive if there's no, you know, at least I think the first one, not the Ghost Adventures, but it was in the first one before it, Ghost something, and they at least debunked like sounds and noises. They said, no, I found out it was like a little air coming through a vent, or I found out this.
Is that the one with the plumbers?
Yeah, but I think that something happened, that they were caught doing something. So I guess I don't know what happened to them, but.
Initially, it was like they went out to disprove things. What was it called? That it'd be Ghost something, wouldn't it?
Ghost Hunters or something.
Ghost Hunters or something.
Yeah, and then Ghost Adventures was that guy Baggins, but he kind of struck me as someone who was phony in the beginning, but now he got a little more serious. But I mean, it could all still be a sham, because, you know, once you need ratings, you're gonna try to kick something and make something move, or, you know.
The problem with Zach Baggins is he is as cheesy as anything, isn't he? He's a really cheesy guy. Yeah. You know, he straight away you're cynical about him, you know?
Yeah.
It's like this one series over here called Anything Ghost. There's a psychic who's a regular in the first 2 or 3 series, and they basically fed him a load of fake information to test him, to test whether or not he was, legitimately sort of coming up with these. You know, because they'd be in a haunted house and they'd be like, oh, I'm feeling someone, and then they'd talk. He'd sort of talk as if it was the person, you know, from back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So they'd be like, oh, there's Jack here, and Jack's a schoolboy, and when this was a school, he used to sort of, he used to be a pupil and he died in that corner, and then he'd start talking like the little boy, you know, oh, my name's Jack, and I did it, and he'd go like, oh! And then he a load of fake information. The production notes, they filled it with fake stuff. Now, he wasn't officially supposed to see these notes anyway. Obviously, they maintained the production notes, and it had a load of fake information. It said that, like, I don't know, Will Marchese lived in this particular hostel, you know, and he died of AIDS or something. And then this guy, then the psychic went in and actually said, came up with fake characters like, I'm Will Marchese and I died of AIDS.
Yeah.
You know, and it was obviously fake.
Yeah.
And he got sacked after that, because it just proved that he was faking it.
I think I heard about that. I think it's an English one, right?
That's right. It's called the guy.
I think I heard something about that. There's one my wife watches where there's this psychic and there's this cop from Queens, I think. And the name of it, it's Psychic Investigators. I'll put the name like right over here. Bing! And there, right there. and hey, it's pretty good. They don't meet each other in the beginning. She gets a feel for the house. She does her investigation. He does his investigation as a cop, and then they come together at the end, and they. It's interesting. If it's real, it's interesting, because I do know that there are psychics that help officers, and they know stuff, and they do help fix cases in the States. I don't know about I think they might. They should be probably doing it in England also, but
probably. But there's no credibility to it. I think really over in terms of like in the eyes of the law.
Yeah. You know, but if they're finding the cases, they're finding where these bodies are.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But can you imagine sort of finding a dead body off the back of a psychic, and then the judge is like, "How did you know that body was there?" And
that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh, the only person who knew there was a guy there was the murderer.
But we want to know what you think. What do you think is more real? Do you think that the ghost videos are real? Do you think that YouTube is more real? Do you think the TV is more real? Or do you just think that there's no ghosts? Ooh!
See you next time. Give me 1 second.
It's all with Marchese and Buller. It's all with Marchese and Buller.
A load of
That there's no ghosts.
I ain't afraid no ghost.
Bing! Ooh! Some make me think, you know, whatever the case is. Sometimes I feel.
Touch fingers.
No, the other way. The other way.
Is it the way? Oh, sorry.
Ooh, wait, back up, No, the other way. You got to back up a little. Back up. More. All right. What was I gonna do? Okay, here we go. Think about it. A lot of these people are doing it with their live social media. They're live streaming it. There you go. But we want to know what you think. What do you think is more real? Do you think that the ghost videos? Yeah, there we go. Maron.
Better out than in.
Jeez. And right here. Ooh. But we want to know because we do get comments, but we don't get that many, you know?
Oh, more comments. I want to know what you want to know.
Everyone knows what love is. Ooh, I was digging in your ear there for a second.
Oh.
You sweet little. Dun, 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 dun. Tell me more, you sweet little. All right. What was I going to do? Okay, here we go. Shows. I mean, what do you think about that?
Yeah. I kind of think that it's.
So I just think, you know. Caves at nighttime. It's like he's not scared.
I could not do that. Could you go to
No.
a cave on your own at night with?
I couldn't even drive up to the cave at night, let alone go into inside.